Once in the system, they can see all household member profiles. If they select the adult profile, they'll be prompted to enter the household PIN. Once on the dashboard, they can see all household members and enrollment statuses. The youth member has a pending approval status, while the adult volunteer has not started the enrollment process and has a status of inactive. To enroll the adult volunteer, click Enroll Volunteer Now. They will be taken to the personal info portion of enrollment. Here they can verify information and make edits if necessary. The volunteer will enter first, middle, last, and preferred names. In this example, they do not have a preferred name. They'll enter the volunteer's birthday, email address, phone number, and mailing address. Next, they'll have the opportunity to enter 4-H alumni information. The circle question mark will bring up help text to guide volunteers through questions. First, they will enter the number of years in 4-H. The entry should include the current year, and they're instructed not to enter 0. Next, they're asked if they are previously enrolled in 4-H. If they answer yes, additional required questions appear for response. Next, they will enter the volunteer demographic information. This includes gender, ethnicity, race, and residence. Help text confirms that they cannot enter themselves as their own emergency contact. Emergency contact information includes first and last name, phone number, and relationship of the individual to the volunteer. Next, information about military service of family is entered. If they answer yes, other questions appear related to military service. The following question is about the highest level of education with the option to select prefer not to state. They can click next to proceed to the unit selection of enrollment. Click Add Unit, select the desired county, unit, and roles from the drop-down menu. Once selections are complete, click Add. To add a project, click Add Project and select the project role. Once the applicable roles are selected, click Add Project. To add another project, click Add Project again. If the project role is not selected, they will not be able to add the project to enrollment. Once they have made their project and role selection, click Add Project. Additional units can be added as well. Volunteers will repeat the process of selecting the unit and unit roles and adding any applicable projects for the unit. This will complete the unit section of enrollment. Next is the waiver section of enrollment. In this section, volunteers will review and complete program waivers. The first waiver is a liability assumption of risk and indemnity agreement. Volunteers will review this waiver and enter their name and date as a digital signature. Please note the typos in this section are a result of error in the code and have been corrected on our demo and production site. The next waiver is the volunteer self-disclosure, or CSD for short. Volunteers will enter their legal first and last names. The help text includes a definition of legal name. Respond if they've been a resident outside of California within the past 10 years. Answer transportation questions, including if they have a valid driver's license. And depending on the selection, other fields will appear for response. If they respond to questions about liability coverage, they will respond to questions about liability coverage. If they select no, other required fields will appear. If they select yes, the fields about coverage do not appear. Next, they will respond if their license has been suspended or revoked in the last 10 years. Again, if they answer yes, a field will come up for the volunteer to provide additional explanation. Additional background questions function the same, with yes responses yielding a field for the volunteer to provide an explanation. The volunteer will provide their initials as confirmation of understanding about UC secondary liability coverage and that they will contact the 4-H office if circumstances change to the answer they've provided in previous questions. Volunteers will enter their name and date as a digital signature. The next waiver is the adult volunteer acknowledgement. This is where volunteers agree to the 4-H Adult Volunteer Code of Conduct, photograph and information release, animal liability release, and vaccinations notice. They will enter their name and date as a digital signature. The next waivers do not have signature fields as they're part of the adult volunteer enrollment acknowledgement. This order again was selected for staff to have easy data entry from completed paper enrollment packet. Once reviewed, the volunteer can click Submit and receive a confirmation that the enrollment has been successfully submitted.